Mariah Carey involved in a bizarre disagreement with Katy Perry, as fans accuse her of shading the singer. Mariah Carey's recent reaction to a question about Katy Perry's spaceflight has generated significant public interest, following an interview in which Carey appeared unaware of the widely discussed event. The moment, now circulating across social media platforms, has prompted both speculation and commentary on the dynamic between the two artists. During an appearance on BBC Radio 2's Breakfast Show, Carey was asked by host Scott Mills whether she would consider embarking on a space mission similar to the one undertaken by Perry in April. The reference was to the Blue Origin suborbital flight that included an all-female crew featuring Perry, Lauren Sanchez, and Gayle King. Though the mission lasted only a few minutes, it marked a symbolic gesture in space tourism and drew extensive media attention. "Did she go to space?" she asked. After further clarification from the interviewer and a producer off-camera, who confirmed that Perry had briefly entered orbit, Carey appeared incredulous. "She was, like, floating in the, and this is true? All right, Katy. I'm not mad at her, that's pretty amazing." When asked if she herself would ever participate in such a mission, Carey wasn't interested. "I think I've done enough." Public reaction and debate on intent. The interview segment quickly went viral, sparking widespread discussion online. Viewers interpreted Carey's remarks in different ways. Some argued that her apparent unfamiliarity with the event was genuine and reflected a degree of personal detachment from trending topics. Others viewed her comments as deliberate understatement or passive dismissal, interpreting them as subtle criticism or indifference. Social media commentary reflected this divide. Some praised Carey's composed demeanor, describing it as an example of selective engagement with public discourse. Others characterized her remarks as veiled sarcasm, noting the timing and delivery of her final statement as possibly indicative of disapproval. Phrases such as "unbothered," "queen behavior," and "she lives in her own world" were frequently echoed in response to the clip. The spaceflight itself, though praised by some for its symbolism, attracted criticism for perceived extravagance. Perry's gesture of holding a daisy, a tribute to her daughter, while floating inside the capsule, and subsequently kissing the ground upon landing, was described by some observers as overly performative. Public reactions ranged from admiration to skepticism, with some commentators labeling the display as tone-deaf given ongoing scrutiny of space tourism initiatives. Despite the speculation surrounding Carey's intentions, there is no indication of personal conflict between the two artists. However, the interview highlighted broader cultural conversations about celebrity participation in space travel, the public's perception of such ventures, and the nuances of how public figures respond to one another in the media. Carey's remarks, intentional or not, underscore the influence of subtle public responses in shaping narratives around celebrity behavior. Whether interpreted as detachment or commentary, her brief reaction once again placed her at the center of a much larger conversation.